I'm gonna tell you a secret about buying a car at the end of the year that nobody's talking about. If you don't know, my name's Tommy. I've been in the car business most of my adult life, done sales, done finance, and now I negotiate car deals. Enough about me, let's talk about end of year sales. If you've even considered buying a car before, you've probably heard the phrase that you should wait to the last day of the month or the last day of the year to get the best possible deal. So being in the car industry for almost a decade, I'm gonna tell you, first off, is this true? And I'm gonna just debunk that right now. It's not true, but there are some secrets you need to know that I'm gonna tell you at the end of this video. So first, let's go, why is this even a thing? Everybody assumes that dealerships have monthly and yearly quotas, and that's true, and those quotas are extremely important. But that being said, the only reason how these quotas kind of work is if a dealership hits a certain number of cars, they get paid an incentive bonus for everything they got paid for here on out. Now, the problem with waiting till the last day of the month is some dealerships might not even be close to that quota, while some might be one or two away. This is why negotiating online is so important, because you never know what dealership is which, and if you decide to walk in on the last day of the month but an hour before close, you are stuck with whatever you got. So if this dealership doesn't want to budge, guess what? Time is over. You're not going to get the best possible deal. So even on the last day of the month or the last day of the year, you should definitely always negotiate online and over the phone. You're gonna get the best deal. Dealerships have monthly quotas, and sure, they might have yearly quotas, but it's like a dealership thing, not a manufacturer thing. Manufacturers are important when it comes to quota because that impacts inventory for next year. That's going to impact the pay, and that's what dealerships care about. You know, in reality, owners are going to set quotas for the dealership, and there is a pride point, but there's normally not a monetary value to that. Maybe they have a bonus structure, but it's not as important as manufacturer pay. So waiting till the last day of this year is not as important. Now, the reason why people talk about this time of year is because there's rebates, and that's the reason why we get good deals. You can buy a car in January, February, March, April, whatever month, and it doesn't matter. And you're going to get the best deal. Again, the only reason why deals get better at certain times of the year is because the manufacturer drops incentives. And those times are late summer when a model year changes from 23 to 24, or this year 24 to 25. And then in the winter when there's going to be holiday incentives, things along those lines. But there's normally incentives all year round. People just don't look for them. If you've waited this long, I want to get into this secret. So if we're talking about the end of year sales, so many people are going to be rushing to get a deal at the end of the year. The problem is, if you live in 90% of states, is what day is the end of the year? Most people are going to look at a calendar and say, well, if I live in most states, dealerships are closed on Sundays. Like 90% of states, they're closed on Sundays. So it's probably going to be the 30th. That makes sense, right? Or maybe even the 1st, right? Nope. The last day of the month for manufacturers to get the best possible deal is actually January 2nd. I know, it's kind of a mind-blowing thing, because how manufacturers work is if a end of month ever falls on a Saturday, they actually give you all the way to Monday. Now, this is unique because Monday is actually considered a holiday for manufacturers. So most manufacturers will actually have the end of the month on January 2nd. So if you're trying to avoid lines and you still want to get these great rebates, obviously always look at the fine print. You can check the fine print on the manufacturers, but most of the time the end of the month is actually going to end on the 2nd. And people might say, well, that's when the rebates end. That's not when the incentives end. Absolutely not. The incentives end, and not only that, but the dealerships have quotas to hit till the 2nd. So they're going to be pushing people all the way out to the 2nd to get the best possible deal. So if you want the best possible deal and avoid the lines, Tuesday the 2nd is the day I would buy a car. If you guys like content like this, I want you to like, follow, subscribe. Are you waiting till the end of the year to buy a car? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys, and have a great day.